looks like a little pizza table, but the legs are usually folded down, so it'll just be a disc. So what you need to do is empty that out, make sure the legs are upright, and every time you light your smoker, just dump everything out of it, because this right here is your air intake, right there at the very bottom. And what this does is it holds your fuel up and creates a airflow underneath the fuel so that it stays lit. The air is getting sucked in right here and coming up through this grid. So if this is all full of crud and ash underneath, or if this is flipped upside down in there or something, when you go to light it, it's not going to even come close to staying lit. So just make sure this is upright. Mine also has like a filter here, and it's getting all clogged with ash and stuff. So I probably should be taking a wire brush to this or something. But I haven't done it yet. I'm not used to having one like this. Somebody bought me a new smoker and I'm all, I'll use the new one, and then it's like this. Anyway, so just pay attention to like the air. When you light your smoker, it's a lot like starting a campfire. You want to start with something that's easy to burn, and then you build up from it. So I'm going to start with just a little bit of paper. And then I'm going to go on to egg cartons. And then I have some of this bark. And you want to actually see flames. You don't want it to go out right away. You have to make sure your fuel is going to catch. This is all wet. And so the other thing I see people do with their smokers is they just stuff a ton of fuel in there and it smothers it. So you need to layer it, and you need to have like loose pieces, handfuls of fuel. And it should look like this. You want like a pretty strong smoke stream. It should look like this. Notice also how the smoke is white. You want it to be cool smoke. So cool smoke is white, and you can, if you feel with your hand, you can feel that it's warm. So you never want to get, sometimes the smoke can be very hot, so you want to be mindful of that when you're using this on your bees. You always want to hold it back, because back out here it's very, very cool, but right here it's pretty hot. So don't put it right up against a bee. The smoker's really good at blowing smoke rings, I discovered. I almost got one. Anyway,
how long will that like burn for?
So if you're trying to keep it lit, it's better to open it every once in a while, make sure it's getting air in there. Like if it ever starts to seem like it's going out, you can open it and pump it like this to get it going again. I'm usually not watching it too carefully, so it's probably going to go out immediately and have to be re-lit. I'm actually not very good at like keeping these lit. It kind of depends on the type of fuel you're using also.